Hello, everyone. It's Anthony Gerby here with another edition of Thursday Thoughts with Anthony. And this week, I actually want to go over headlines. Headlines, yes. So, with the Delta variant going around and becoming more and more of an issue, I, like many of you, turned to the news or reputable sources to find good information that we could then use to, aid some of our predictions. But I found it really funny because I Googled just Delta variant economy. I just wanted a sample of some good articles, see what I could find, develop some opinions based on the facts that are shared there. And this is what I found. I found this image. Now you can see my Google search here, and I found three articles, all with a different perspective. And going through it, we have Delta variant of COVID-19 isn't expected to dent robust US recovery. And that's Wall Street Journal. Okay, that's a pretty decent source. That sounds pretty good. Washington Post, Delta variant poses major risk to Biden's promise of swift economic recovery. Okay, well, that doesn't sound quite as good. And finally, CNN, inflation is here. The Delta variant could make it worse. Okay, what am I supposed to get from this? Now, obviously, the first thing I should do is read the actual articles, and I did. But the point I want to make here, and I know this is a little bit of an easy point or a point that everybody knows, which is don't believe everything you read or don't trust headlines. But what's going on here, I think, is actually this is one issue that three different publications, three different authors have taken different perspectives on. But after looking through things, all three of these perspectives are valid. Do we think the Delta variant of COVID-19 is expected to dent our recovery? Not necessarily. It seems like it probably won't because of our vaccination rates. Of course, a lot remains to be seen. But does it still pose a risk to President Biden's plan? Yeah, it does actually. So that's technically accurate, even though they're coming at it from a different angle. And finally, CNN's the Delta variant could make it worse. Well, if you really read the phrasing there, of course it could make it worse. Will it make it worse? That's where we have to come in and try to figure that out. So, number one, in doing the due diligence on the Delta variant, I still feel like we're in a good place. And that's where I'll leave that for right now to keep this video short. But number two, just when you're looking for your own headlines, be aware that there are multiple perspectives out there. That's the easy way of saying it. But also be aware, and this is the tougher part, that even though perspectives can seem like they're competing, they may be just talking about the same issue from two sides of the same coin, and there may be truth in both sides, because that's what I actually think is happening here. It's just, it can be frustrating for me, so I know it's frustrating for you when I'm looking for good information to find things like this where it's, okay, what actually is going on? These are all pretty good sources overall. How do I tell what's actually happening here? So that's my 2 cents for the day. Don't believe everything you read, but when you do read something, really take a look at the perspective and the factual information it is communicating, because that's going to lead to, I think, I know from personal experience, a deeper understanding in the long run. So, those are my thoughts for this week. We'll see you next time.